Okay, so I've been working on my photo a bit, and that's about where I'm going to finish. So I've only spent a really few minutes on that, and as I said, it's all about playing with the techniques. You can end up with a really cool looking result, but that's good enough for me so far. But there's one thing that I've done that's very bad form that I don't want to see you guys doing, so I'm going to fix it now. You need to make sure over here with your layers, it's very, very bad practice to have layers called layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, because they don't actually tell me what's on each layer. So you need to double click them and give them names. So I'm going to call this one the shirt. This layer, if I turn on and off with my eye, there's nothing on it, so I can delete that one. I don't need it. I'm going to bin it. Yeah, I'll bin it. This one, I'm going to double click and we'll call it dog head. And what happens here is, see, it doesn't really matter if you've only got 2 layers, but if you're working on a project that it ends up with 20 layers, it's really going to save you a lot of time having a label here to tell you what's on each layer. So that's very good policy. You should name your layers. Alright, let's have a look at a few more tools. So the text tool works just like a text tool in the word processing. So you can choose your font, you can choose the size, and you can come in and write text on here if you want. Oh, so then you highlight it if you want to change it. So let's make it really big. Let's go even bigger than that. Let's go 200. All right. So this is Employee of the Month, Barney. And you know, there's some lots of other tools here. Photoshop is a very, very powerful program, and I recommend, if you want to know more than what I've just shown you, you need to go up here to the help, go to the Photoshop help, and have a look how to do some cool stuff. Photoshop is what they use in industry. It's very widely used. It is extremely powerful and can do a lot more than I've just shown you how to do. Alright, one more very important thing. Don't let your project be called Untitled. Make sure you save it. So you can go File, Save. You can save it as a Photoshop if you're just going to open it up in Photoshop again next time. You can save it as a JPEG if you're going to use it as a photo in a Word document or in a word processing document. But the one thing that people have a lot of trouble with that I want to talk about now is if you want to email this photo or you want to put it up on the internet. Lots of times when you're looking at photos and you're working in Photoshop, someone's going to want something that's a small size photo that they can email or put up on the web. And this is a very easy way to do it, is to go File, Save for Web and Devices. It says it exceeds the size. Are we sure we want to continue? Look, we'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do. So we're going to try it out. Bingo, there we are. It's going to work. It's just showing me a little bit of what it's going to look like at the end. Yeah, that looks fine. No problem at all. So we're going to say save. And it's going to save it as a GIF. That's a web type application. But we can change that. I could save it as a JPEG. And we'll save it, and I'm going to call it Barney JPEG. Going to save it in my documents and press save. Now when you're working on email, or you're working with putting stuff, people wanting small sizes, like for example email, you can only send 2 meg over the email. So let's just go to Barney JPEG and have a look how big it is. Yeah, it's 659 kilobytes. So it's very, very small photo, and you can easily send that on the email to someone. And that's it's not all you need to know about Photoshop, but it's all I'm going to tell you for now. If you want to know more, get in and have a play with Photoshop. Jump in the help, have a look online, see what else you can find. Good luck with that.